Hello, and welcome to another one of my chemistry help videos for Stoichiometry. Today we'll be looking at something a little bit more complex than the last video, so if you haven't seen the last video, I recommend you go and you check it out. It goes over some of the more basic parts of this. So today we're looking at the reaction between aluminum and hydrogen chloride, which will yield aluminum chloride and hydrogen. So first things first, before we get into the moles and converting all the moles to other moles, we have to balance this equation. Now, as you can see, we have three chlorides on this side and only one on this side, and we have three hydrogens on this side, only one hydrogen on this side. So we need three chlorides over here. So if we were to put a 3 here, because I'm doing this in pen, I don't want to, because I know that's not going to be what it is. But if we were to put a 3 here, that would make it so that we have 3 hydrogens on this side and only 2 on this side. So that would be uneven. So we have to balance that out. So we would have to convert this. It would be the easiest way is to make this the lowest possible even number that we could. So the lowest possible one would be 6 hydrogens on this side. So then we would have to have 6 hydrogens on this side, which would create it so that we have 6 chlorines as well. So we would have to have 6 chlorines on this side. So we'll put a 2 here because 2 times 3 equals 6. So we'd have 6 chlorines. Now we have 2 aluminums. So we need 2 aluminums on this side as well. So we put a 2 there. Now it's all balanced out. Make sure we have 2 aluminums, we have 6 hydrogens, and we have 6 chlorines. So now that it's all balanced out, we can get into the mole conversion. So for today, we are going to have 2 moles of aluminum and 1 mole of hydrogen chloride, and we are going to convert the moles of aluminum into moles of aluminum chloride. So we have 2 moles of aluminum, and just like last time, we have 2 moles of aluminum down here from this part. And then we have 2 moles of aluminum chloride from this part. Pretty straightforward multiplication. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 times 1, so we would have 2 moles of aluminum chloride. Perfect. So, next up is the mole, or the gram equation. The converting from grams of aluminum to grams of aluminum chloride. So let's say we have 5 grams of aluminum. So we just start out with 5 grams of aluminum. And just like last time, we have to find out how many grams each mole of aluminum weighs. So we look on our periodic table, and we see that the grams of mole is 26.982. So we would put 26.982 grams of aluminum down here per 1 mole of aluminum. And then for the middle part, we basically did what we did last time. We just copy this part up here, this 2 moles over 2 moles. So we'd have 2 moles of aluminum on the bottom and 2 moles of whatever you're trying to convert to, in this case, aluminum chloride. So 2 moles of aluminum chloride on top. And we need to find out how much each mole of aluminum chloride weighs. So we have 1 mole of aluminum chloride, because we're trying to find out how much 1 mole weighs. Now, the thing about aluminum chloride is because it has 3 chlorides in it, you have to take that into account when dealing with the atomic mass, the grams basically, of how much each mole weighs. So we have 1 aluminum, 3 chlorines. So we found out how much 1 aluminum is. We know that it's 26.982. And we have to multiply whatever we have for chlorine, which is 35.453. We must multiply that by 3 to get the atomic weight of all these chlorines together. And then we have to add the aluminums to the chlorines, and our grand total comes out to be 133.341 grams of aluminum chloride. Now, pretty straightforward. just like last time, we go through and we divide the 5 grams by the 26.982, and then we multiply it by whatever the 2 divided by 2 is, which is 1. So you multiply that, and then you multiply whatever you have so far by 133.341, and the grand total comes out to be 24.709 grams of aluminum chloride. So 5 grams of aluminum, basically what this is saying is that 5 grams of aluminum creates 24.709 grams of aluminum chloride when it's in this equation. So you have to be, once again, be very careful when calculating these numbers. I checked twice, you should too. And always make sure you have this part right too, otherwise this part will get all messed up and it'll mess up your numbers, and you'll have half or double as much or even 3 times whatever the mole ratio is. So I hope this helped. Hopefully I can do more of these and do some other subjects of chemistry to help you guys out. If you have any questions, comments, ways I can make this better, just leave it in the comment section and I will hopefully try and answer them. Thank you, and have a good day.